I don't know how we got to the conclusion that a once OG Huda hater is now about to call Huda one of the realest ones on this show. It is insane. I was one of them. I was gonna send both planes to Huda HQ and blow that joint up. But after this episode, I have realized why the sisterhood is dying. It's not real. They do not want what is best for each other. And we're going to talk about why. Now, yes, male, heterosexual, watching the show, it's okay. My girlfriend's fault, blame her. You know them people that you whisper in their ear and you can hear an echo inside of there? Those are the people who be agreeing with Amaya, and we're about to talk about why. In Amaya's first scene of this episode, she was talking to Zach. This is a perfect example of why her mailbox said what it said. Now I'm about to let her read this card to y'all, and y'all let me know what y'all think.
You cry more than David. You try to move too fast for everyone.
But this is what happens after this that lets me know the reason some people can't grow is because of their friends. Let's take a look.
Very wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're very passionate when you talk.
Which is cool.
You saying, babe, can I grab this for you? Babe, can I do this? And I just wanted to slow the pace down of that. Meeting people at that middle ground of what they're comfortable with and what you're comfortable with.
Look at her just sitting there shaking her head. But sometimes you gotta tell people like, yo, slow down. Some people want to be able to have equal footing in the relationship to express their emotions also. Zach K is about to make a fatal mistake, giving his opinion.
When we speak, like obviously like, I let you be passionate with me, I let you kiss me, I let you talk to me. Sometimes I feel like I have to take a step back.
Zach, you had every opportunity to tell me that when we were sitting
did have all that
all the
conversation.
Oh, Amaya, I'm glad you said that, all right? You listen to what he said. He said, look, sometimes I feel like you're expressing your emotions so much that I got to take a step back. She said you had every chance to say it. Let's go watch how that conversation actually went.
See where I'm coming from, or you don't get where I'm coming from?
No, I get
Do you
it.
think it's jealousy?
Now, do you see what just happened? She said, do you see where I'm coming from? My man got 3 words in, and she said, Zach, stop talking. My feelings are still coming out. I need you to stop.
Jealous whatsoever.
No, it's nothing against jealousy. I just feel like, I feel like...
I'm trying to mutter you?
No. Why?
See, she asked him a question. So what do you think it is? Do you think it's jealousy? No, I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's stops him and then says...
Jealous whatsoever.
No, it's nothing against jealousy. I just feel like, I feel like...
I'm trying to mutter you?
No. Why?
Like, I'm not trying to change who you are.
This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do.
She is literally telling this man what he feels, doesn't give him any room to say it, which is exactly what he said in front of everybody else when she read that postcard. He said, look, sometimes your emotions take over so much that I feel like I have to take a step back. Oh, Zach, you could have told me that before. We're watching her not let him talk when he's trying to explain himself.
I don't want you to be like that. Listen, you'll be fine. Don't cry.
This is exactly what the card said. It said, you come off too strong. Zach said, yo, sometimes I feel like I gotta take a step back. In the first part, when he was trying to answer Amaya's question, she kept stopping him. And by the time there was like a silence in the conversation, she starts crying. So what does he do? I know you're crying right now, but let me explain myself for her. Hey, I feel like you're doing a little much right now. No, because that would be insensitive. But this isn't even where it gets bad though. Let's listen to what her friends say after she read that card.
This as a ping pong.
I'm not.
Battle right now.
She doesn't
Stop.
want to speak to you right now.
Now, instead of Shelly saying like, yo, Amaya, this is a get things off your chest, let Zach give his opinion. Instead of saying that, she said, she doesn't want to talk to you right now. She hopped in, shut Zach down too. Oh man.
Do not let those men sit here and tell you how to be Amaya.
In this whole show, I have seen women tell Taylor, yo, Taylor, you need to be more like this for Landria. Nick, you need to be more like this for Sierra. But then when you sit down with your friend, you say, look, don't let anybody tell you how to be you. But when it comes to being their counterpoint as the dude, gotta be how they want them to be. Between Love Island and Pop the Balloon, I realize why people, especially on the internet, are struggling with relationships so much. Next up, we got Shelly, and the first card she read is obviously from Ace.
Shelly, I don't understand why you want boundaries set during challenges for us, both, but want to continue exploring things with other people.
In the famous words of Huda, I thought you said it was just a challenge. Now, if you want to actually talk to people That's fine. You don't want me to close this off? That's fine. Just don't set no boundaries in the game. When it's time to hoop in the game, I'm calling for ball, all right? Where the ball at? I think it's a valid question.
It's not a problem that you're exploring, but it's the fact that you're trying to put a boundary on me while exploring. I don't get that.
I know you're watching this, okay? You sitting there looking at me like, patriarchy, misogynist. What's his problem? How many of y'all have ever been out there and you've had a man try to tell you, you mine, but he still be out there liking girls' pics, sliding in DMs? You think that's wrong, right? Y'all in the dating phase. It's not official. Y'all in the dating phase. You think he's wrong, right? So if Shelly wants to be sliding in DMs, she can't be mad at what Ace do, right? I know you're not gonna admit it, okay? You got your crummy little fingers typing away in the comment section.
Thing about the boundaries, it was just to make you feel comfortable and make me feel comfortable. But did we not say we're open? Did you not tell me that you want to be open?
He's literally saying, look, I said let's be open. You said let's be open. The boundaries aren't for me. The boundaries are for you. You want to be able to go do the open stuff, but me not do the open stuff. When I was doing the open stuff, I was open to you doing the open stuff. There's not that much to grasp there. Is any of Shelly friends gonna be like, well, Shelly, you know, if you're exploring, y'all are open, Ace shouldn't have no boundaries, right?
You guys didn't set boundaries. When she comes to you and says, in our connection, focusing on this right now.
Listen to what she says.
I want to put a boundary there. To me, that says like, she believes so much in it. She wants to build upon it. So let's move forward.
Sierra, shut up. All right, shut up. If it was so important, she would be willing to close it off. But she wants to explore. So what is her purpose of putting a boundary, Sierra? It should not be this hard. You seen Ace and Austin. Look, I didn't show it, but earlier in this episode, Ace and Austin were arguing. It's okay to tell somebody, you know what? Dog, you're wrong. They're like, yo, how can I give an opinion that protects the person who is my friend? And that's why these women not growing. Not y'all, not all of y'all. Some of y'all, the women in this show, that's why they're going to be incapable of growing closer to a real connection, because their friends are always going to tell them like, yo, hey, my friend might be wrong, but let me tell you why you're actually wrong. You're doing just fine, girl. That's what they be doing.
But when it comes to boundaries being set, what do I look like dialing my shit back?
Valid question. Nobody got nothing to say. It's crickets.
To Shelly.
I feel like right there, Sierra should have had a valid response to that. Why should I dial my stuff back if she's out exploring? Valid question. The reason they're not going to answer it is because there's no real good answer that Sierra could give where she can also protect Shelly.
So when I don't see anything so grand and significant from what I already have going on, it almost feels like, okay, I don't want to waste my time and ruin what I have based off of just a whole bunch of words.
What it sounds like is she wanted to come back, pick Ace, put her, you go ahead, bring Chris back. Chris is going to woo me. Ace is going to woo me, and I'm gonna get the pick. That's what it sounds like she really wanted. Chris is like, I'm not in the business of playing the games, okay? I'll pull you, you pull me. It seems like you're trying to puppy guard Ace and hope I come steal you away. And that's not what it's gonna be. Now, this next thing Shelly's about to do is peak manipulation, bro.
To Shelly, do you remember saying it's just a challenge? You and Ace are still open. Whoever wrote it, I would love to know so I can understand what you're referring to.
It's clear what this is talking about. You say things are just a challenge and you and Ace are still open. So what would you be mad about what happened yesterday? Clear context clues will tell you what that's talking about. But instead of just answering the question, she's going to make the person say who it was so she could, it's called an ad hominem. It's when you start to attack the person instead of the argument. The argument is you say things are just a challenge. You and Ace are open. What happened with Ace should be just a challenge, right? But let's see how she carries on once Huda says it's her.
Like too many times I give you a lot of grace for stuff. So I'm trying to hear you out right now, but I really don't. And it's just like right now it's starting to aggravate me.
Aggravation. Can't hear nothing you're saying. Are things just a challenge or are they not? Yes or no? That's all you have to say. If they're just a challenge, you should never get mad at what's going on. I shouldn't be able to disrespect you in a challenge by participating in the challenge. Because you was telling me it's just a... Shelly faces the slightest bit of pushback. And look at Sierra. It's okay. The coddling is crazy. But this next part is really when I was about to put in a job application to become the Huda HQ security guard. Let's see what this
Do you
says.
think you've been following girl code when it comes to Chris and Shelly's relationship? Are you a girl's girl? Because nobody owns anybody, especially if you are open.
Oh, she's cooking. She sprinkled that, especially if you're open. If you're open in your relationship, nobody belongs to anybody. Difference is, I was trying to put Jeremiah on 24-hour lockdown. She basically made sure Shelly knew, like, look, how you gonna puppy guard Ace and also want to block Chris? But what did Shelly say?
You bringing Chris back was not only for you.
But you kept saying, but I'm doing it for you because I know what you really want. No, you don't know what I really want. You know what you want, but you want to make it feel like it's for me.
This is the problem. When people raise a problem but don't give their answer, they're doing it because the lack of an answer there gives them the ability to play both sides of the argument. You can't tell me what I want. Well, did you want Ace? Because if you wanted Ace, why would you be worried about Chris coming back? If you wanted Chris, why did you go back and puppy guard Ace when you came back and go hop on Chris? The reason why Shelly just leaves it open like, you don't know what I want. Well, tell us what you want and tell me how I could have been better in doing that. Because Shelly's answer would have to be, I wanted Ace and Chris. That's what the answer would have had to be. And that would have made her selfish. This is not Friendship Island, buddy.
And I've expressed to you how many times, please continue to pursue Shelly. Please continue to pursue Shelly. I have not lied about that. I literally keep...
MVP of the... Her and Clark. MVPs, but... MVPs.
You wanted her to continue to explore this connection and you value the sisterhood. I get that you don't kiss and tell, but do you mind telling the class?
Listen, I'm gonna let Olandria finish, all right? And we gonna end the video right here. I know, you ever be in a roasting battle? You roasting, they make a joke, and then you hear somebody laugh in the background, and you turn and you like, boy, I know that is not you laughing back there. Listen to what Olandria says.
If you wanted her to continue to explore this connection and you value the sisterhood, I get that you don't kiss and tell, but do you mind telling the class?
What do you mean?
Tell the class what?
That they kissed in the speakeasy.
Listen, we're going to... Hold up. Does she say anything else?
I think it's right to air that.
Look at... Do you see the faces that Sierra makes? Oh boy, buddy, are you in for a surprise?
Because I personally haven't done that because that's nobody's business but me and
It's
hers.
out now.
So...
Oh, Landry, you just said it's out now? Let's watch something real quick for the class. You ain't do that. You said, yo, me and Nick kiss. We seen if anything was there. This is not kissing to see if anything is there. So I cannot wait till Love Island movie night because producers, watch this video. We need it to happen just like this.
Movie night. Dream girl. Scene 1. Nick saying she's the most attractive woman I've ever seen in my lifetime. Sierra's happy. She thinks it's about her. Then Nick says, I think there's a strong physical connection between Olandria and I. Smash the Black. Sierra, this play is not about you. We fade back up. Nick and Landry on the date. Nick saying, I saw your smile and I was like, oh my god, my queen, I've been missing you this whole entire time. Landry's like, we missed you too. Then Nick says, actually, since day one, I've been wanting to get to know you. We just never had that conversation. But now this text is a perfect opportunity for us to do so. Landry's like, well, there's only one right answer. Nick says, let's go back to the villa. Kisses both of her hands. Walk off. Scene 3. Nick and Landry are speaking. Nick's telling her, I just want you to know, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. You're super attractive, and I want you to see the side that Sierra sees that you haven't seen yet. And then we proceed to show little clips. Nick helping her down the stairs. Nick taking her shirt off and smacking her butt in the raunchy race and then kissing her passionately. Nick taking the shirt off his back immediately as soon as she said that she was so cold. Where'd your clothes go? Keeping Alandria warm. Then Nick takes Alandria up to soul ties, holding her hand. Then he's like, you know what I love about you? The past few weeks we've been eyeing each other. You've been looking at me with those big, beautiful eyes and your big, beautiful smile. And I just love that. And then we hop over to Casa Amor. Elan's talking to Sierra. I'm curious to see what would happen without the pressure of a challenge. Sierra's like, oh, I'm not sure. Like, my head's all over the place. I just don't think we should do that. Then we go back to Soul Ties. Nick saying, I'm trying to see if anything can happen outside of a challenge. Alandria goes, oh, Nikki. But Nick doubles down. He goes, then nods. And then Alandria's like, well, there's only one way to find out. And then they start tonguing each other down, Tim's in the air, the lip biting, the whole 9 yards, going crazy. And then when they get out, Elena's like, hand me my lip combo. Then Nick's like, oh, how's my face look? And then she's like, you got chocolate all over your face. It's like, I love that. And then Landry's like, oh, Sierra's gonna freak out. Then he's like, why? Because you're here? Then she's like, no, well, because like we're coupled up and everything else. And then he just laughs. And then we go to Landry saying, so me and Nick just kissed. I'm going crazy on the inside. And then we go back to the villa. Nick and Landry are talking to Sierra, telling them, there's no sparks, don't worry. Then Nick's going, there was no romantic connection. Like we both agreed that you're the girl that, and Taylor was the guy for her. And then Sierra's like, oh, well, I'm glad out of all the girls it was Alandria. Then she starts kissing up on him. And then we zoom in on his face, his very disassociating face. And then we go to the date where Sierra's like, so basically you're saying I'm your dream girl? Then Nick goes, and then we're done. Fade. Curtains close. Fin.